Today I'm gonna walk you guys through how I blow dry and trim my own hair. And every time I watch a hair trimming video, the first question that comes to mind is, when was the last time that person had a trim? So I'm gonna answer that right away. I got a trim 3 months ago, and prior to that 6 months ago. And the last time I got a trim, I was not happy with my ends, and that's simply because I waited 6 months prior to get a trim. The issue is every time I go to a stylist, they seem to cut my hair at the exact same spot, even after me going a long period of time without using heat. So I decided I'm going to trim my own hair every 3 to 4 months and then go to a stylist to clean up my ends every 6 to 9 months. So I use the Ouidad Waterworks clarifying shampoo to clarify my hair, and I've been loving this shampoo as a clarifier lately. Next, I'm going to take the Olaplex No. 7 bonding oil, which has been one of my favorite heat protectants lately. It's very lightweight, and although I'm not straightening my hair, I still don't want it to be too weighed down. Does anybody else buy section clips from the beauty supply store, or these silk scrunchies, or any type of hair tie in general, and just lose them? Let me know if I'm the only one, because I lose these things like nobody's business. I'm just gonna section my hair into 4 sections with these random scrunchies that I have on deck. Usually I'd prefer to use section clips, but this is all I had. Next, I'm gonna use my Dyson. Don't mind the tape that y'all see on this. I need a new filter. For how expensive this blow dryer is, I'm really shocked that I need a new filter. And look how it looks. Like, yeah, I'm gonna get it together real soon. But I use it on the highest heat setting and the highest speed because I don't have time. So while I blow dry my hair, let's have a little chat, because I really want to know. I want to know how often you get your trims and how long you wait in between. Do y'all get trims every 3 months, every 6 months, once a year? Like, how often? Also tell me like how often you use heat, or if you have color treated hair, because all those things play a factor. But I don't know about y'all, but like sometimes I just feel like I don't mind getting trims, but sometimes the stylists, they just cut way too much. If you're telling me, for example, okay, go to get a trim every 3 months, and I'm legit on my I'm on my grind, but every time I get a trim, you trim it in the exact same spot. Like, how does that make sense? Especially when I've been consistent for long. I get if my ends are like really damaged. So I got really frustrated this last time, and then I waited 6 months, a whole 6 months to get a trim, and then my ends, boom, was like jacked. So I'm like, okay, that don't work. So I don't know if I need to do more protein treatments. I need to figure out how to like preserve my ends, because I notice like the older I'm getting to, the longer I wait to trim my hair, is just like, I can't. I haven't really been on my hair care game lately, because if you watch my life update, you know that I moved and all this stuff been happening. I'm gonna link it right here if you haven't seen it. But basically, I want to just get back on my self-care, taking care of my hair things. I really want y'all to get to know me on this channel. I just feel so good about the subscribers that I have. It may not be a lot to some people, but I am so appreciative of each and every one of you that subscribe. So this is how my hair looks when I blow dried it. And yeah, it's very heat trained. I'm telling y'all, my hair does not look this straight on a me not using heat type of time. I don't know, it just got really straight. You could tell my hair has been very heat trained, and I don't know how I feel about that, but full forewarning, right? I haven't blow dried my hair myself in a really long time, so I was loving how my hair looked. I know for sure that if you go a long time without using heat and you blow dry your hair, or even if not, and you feeling your hair, you just start playing in it, I'm sorry, but I had one of those moments and I was just playing in my hair because I was like, oh, it's so full. I'm really happy, and it motivates me to go longer the next time and care for my hair longer, because you know when you blow out your hair, it's like a telltale sign how it looks of how you've been treating it and how healthy it is. So once I'm done blow drying, I'm gonna take these kitchen scissors that I use to cut chicken and oxtails and everything else in between. Now y'all know I'm just joking. Like, if you're still using kitchen scissors in 2023 to trim your hair, I'm sorry, I'm judging. I'm so sorry. please use hair scissors to cut your hair. I've got these from Ulta. Now these are not the best hair shears. The best hair shears I've used are the Japanese hair shears on Amazon that I normally get. Super sharp, very clean cut, and honestly, it affects how clean and crisp your haircut is. I really needed to get this trim, and if I waited any longer because I got too busy, I would have missed the 3-month mark, which I did not want to do. So I just ran to Ulta to get these shears, but I will be getting my Japanese shears. I will link the shears that I'm referring to down below if you want to look into that. I'm going to show you guys my method to trim hair for hair growth, and then a little bit later on I'm going to tell you exactly why I do trim my hair like this. As you guys can see, I section my hair into 4, and then I'm going to take this bottom left section and split that in 2. What that's going to do is just give me a more smaller section to work with. That way I can be more thorough with my cut. And then I'm going to comb through, and as you guys can see, the ends really are not that great. And once I have my hair together, it doesn't look that bad, but once I bring it to the camera, you could really see how my ends are snagging. I take about 1/4 inch off of the bottom section and then do the search and destroy method to catch any split ends that I may have missed. And then I take more hair from the quadrant that I'm working on and then cut to my guide. I do have a bunch of layers here which I am trying to grow out. As you guys can see, this section is much more see-through, but I am still going to cut to my guide and try to maintain the thickest layer possible at the bottom. So long story short, the reason why I trim my hair like this is because I noticed that there's a direct correlation between how much layers I have in my hair and how frequently and easily my hair breaks off at the end. I know that sounds dramatic, but I swear every time I have a bunch of layers cut in my hair, for some reason, it's just so much harder to retain length. So if you notice, I'm trying to have a really thick bottom layer of hair, although I do have layers because of my diva cut. Still trying to just have the bottom layer as thick as it can be, if that makes sense. The bottom layer of my hair looks when I'm done with the bottom 2 quadrants, and the goal is to eventually, as I trim my hair more frequently, have this layer the same length. So when I get to the sections above my ear, I'm pretty much following the same methodology, except for I do have to cut at an angle simply because of the layers that are currently in my hair. So the last last thing I do whenever I'm trimming my hair myself is to take my crown section and lift it up, and I go in and trim as much split ends as I can see right here. And most people have trouble with their crown growing out or their crown experiencing breakage. So I think that showing this section a little bit more love is really gonna help. So I'm all done and I'm really happy with exactly how much I took off. Like I said, I'd be doing this a lot more frequently. So I may make this a series on my channel. Don't forget to like the video, and if you haven't commented, comment down below if you received some tips from this video, and be sure to watch some of my other hair videos if you got some time on your hands. Thank you guys so much for rocking with me, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.